That's Terry Hamilton.
Welcome, everybody. If I could have your attention. Welcome to Hamilton High School. My name is Doug Leiss. I'm the principal here at Hamilton High, for those of you that don't know. And we have many guests here that are here today, our students who are very acclimated to the Media Center, and our teachers who are here on a day-to-day basis as well. We would also like to invite and welcome our parents, our grandparents, our mentors, our school board members who are here today as well. Thank you, Dr. Stitzinger. Mr. Isgro, I believe, is here as well. Mr. Weigel is here as well. And we thank you for being here. Mr. Kruger and Mr. Bowling, I believe, are on their way as well. So we're thank you for your support. Mrs. Baker will be here, and Mrs. Leiss from Uptown. And so thank you very much for coming today. Our top 10 is something that we always are excited about at the end of the year. It's a great way to end the school year, to let our students know just how much we appreciate them. The highlight, of course, is to hear from them from themselves about their experience at Hamilton High School, and I know I look forward to that as well. Some of these competitions, I guess if you want to call it that way, these students have been a little bit neck and neck, even probably before I had them at Garfield in some aspects. But because of that competition, because of that drive, they've also really formed so many great relationships and friendships, and I'm sure you'll hear a lot about that today as well. The administrative team who are sacrificing right now the cafeteria full of lunch right now, and our paraprofessionals that are doing such a great job covering right now. Thank you for being here. I'd like to thank the counselors for being here as well, and Lindsay Lasser, who's with the YES program through the Hamilton Community Foundation. We're really blessed to have counselors that really put students first, and I couldn't say enough great things about the job that they have done. I'd like to thank Mrs. Smith, who's back here getting the lunches together. She had a big part with putting together the decorations in front of your table as well. Well, they cautioned me not to speak too long today because they do know that I like to do that. So without further ado, I'll send things over to one of our counselors who's organized this event today, Jessica Neal. Mrs. Neal?
Good afternoon. My name is Jessica Neal, and I'm on the team of counselors here at Hamilton High School. I just wanted to welcome all of you again to our Top 10 Luncheon and Celebration. We're so happy that you came to celebrate the achievements of our top 10 senior students. They've all worked extremely hard over their time here at Hamilton High School, and we know that they will have very bright futures ahead of them. I wanted to point out that in the program, each student has written about their favorite educational memory. At this time, Mrs. Millard and I will be introducing students so that they can come up to the podium to briefly talk about their future plans, introduce their guests, and talk about how their educational mentor has impacted their life. So at this time, I would like to introduce Miss Michaela Beckett, and she will be attending University of Cincinnati.
I plan to attend the University of Cincinnati and double major in biochemistry and molecular biology so that I can get my MD PhD and become a doctor. My educational mentor was Mrs. Jewett because she helped support me through pre-AP and AP chemistry even when I wasn't doing the greatest in AP chemistry, and it really impacted me and helped me to see that I could overcome it even if I got one bad grade. And my family, my dad Tim, my Aunt Danielle, my mom Deanna, and my grandma June.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. At this time, I'd like to introduce Jared Callahan. Jared will be attending Miami University in the fall.
Okay, so like she said, I'm going to be attending Miami University, and I plan on double majoring in chemistry and business. And hopefully, once I get out of college, I'll be able to work maybe in research at a company like Procter & Gamble. I'm not entirely sure on post-college yet, but I think that would be fun. So for my educational mentor today, I brought Mr. Marley. But before I talk about him, I kind of just want to say, in general, most of us tried to bring the teachers we had all had and that we all, felt really connected to, which I think it worked out pretty well because I see a lot of teachers here that I've enjoyed having over the years. And but Mr. Marley specifically, what I like most about Mr. Marley is, he's always really funny and fun during class, and a lot of times you don't get that with AP teachers because we got to get through the content, you have to be ready for the test, there's no kind of downtime. And I don't know, even if we're taking a quiz, he'll do like bonuses that are totally non-related and about some obscure pop culture thing. And that's just something I've always really enjoyed. So I kind of see him as one of the teachers that like really gets it. Like he makes sure we have all the content and the material, but he isn't like too serious and stringent. And as for my family, I have my mom and my dad, Anna and Ken Callahan. And then I have my aunt, Linda House, my cousin Patricia House. I have my Aunt Sophie, my Aunt Gail, and then Aunt Betty. Is she still in here? Okay, she's hiding back there with the counselors. Yeah, because I had too many people for my table. So, all right, thank you.
Next, I'd like to introduce Christian Humphrey. She will be attending the University of Cincinnati this fall.
I will be attending the University of Cincinnati in the fall. I chose University of Cincinnati because it has a really great medical school. And it's also one of the first colleges that accepted me. I will be double majoring in molecular biology and neuroscience with a minor in philosophy. I eventually want to go to medical school and then be accepted into a neurosurgeon program. My educational mentor is Jamie Vinegar. She was my 10th grade English teacher and the best English teacher I can ever remember having. Instead of placing emphasis on quizzes and tests, she focused on literary works themselves, helping us delve into them and ferret out their meaning for ourselves. Mrs. Vinegar was the first teacher I felt comfortable expressing myself with, if only through writing. I knew I could write what I wanted and what I truly thought, and she wouldn't judge me on a level I didn't want to be judged on. Partially thanks to her, I don't care how my opinions are judged or who judges them. She also forced me out of the habit of 5-paragraph essays, which I will forever be grateful for. Along with being my English teacher, Mrs. Vinegar also sacrificed her room and time to help host Harry Potter Club a Friday or two per month. Thank you, Mrs. Vinegar. I'd also like to thank my family for coming today, including Ginger, who has become my family to me just as much as anyone else at my table today. I'd like to thank everyone who has to deal with my eccentricities, especially the ones I refuse to apologize for. None of us would be where we are today without the support of the individuals at our tables, so thank you.
And at this time, I would like to introduce Zach Bain. Zach will be attending Miami University in the fall.
Thank you. I will be attending Miami University this fall. I plan on majoring in, I haven't decided yet, either chemical or mechanical engineering, and minoring in business because I hope to one day be the CEO of some major engineering program. But I chose Miami because, like Christian said, it was one of the first that accepted me, and they offered me a nice scholarship. So they also have a beautiful facility up there, and I know that their engineering program is growing. It's not the best, but I know that it is growing. My midterm today is Ty Smallwood. I actually don't have Ty in class. I wish I did, but AP Chemistry kind of got in the way of that, so I couldn't have him this year. But Ty, I had him as a baseball coach my past summer, and he was also my personal trainer as well. And we talked about it over there. I can't forget to say this, but he also helped me on my ACT preparation. I appreciate that. But what I appreciate about Ty is that he has this enthusiasm, this go-getter attitude that I strive to have, and it makes me want to be a better person, help others, and to succeed at the baseball or the school, whatever I do. So I'd like to thank him for that. And I also thank my family for coming, my mom, Tammy, my father, Brian, and his fiancée, Sam, and my grandma. Thank you, guys.
Next, I would like to introduce Lily Mann. Lily will be attending Otterbein University this fall.
So, as I said, I will be attending Otterbein University in the fall because of its strong academic profile in the area I want to study, which is pre-law, and the strong sense of community, which I found to be extremely important, especially here at the high school. I'm going to major in English and minor in legal studies, as I said, and I plan to go to law school and become an attorney. My educational mentor is Carlson, who's way over there. And she always taught us, and especially me, I felt like, taught us the importance of not only hard work, but celebrating our nerdiness. Because as AP kids, we're all kind of nerdy, but then we all get that stereotype of, oh, we're the nerds, and this is what we do. But Carlson said, hey, embrace that. We're the cool kids. So, and happy Superman Thursday, which is today. Here today, I want to thank my family and my other mentor, Scott Kruger, who was kind enough to let me intern with him this summer. I also have my mother, my father, my grandfather, and my sister here. So thank you.
And next up will be Kyle Kirshner. Kyle will be attending Ohio University.
So as she said, I'm going to OU. I'm going there because I love the environment. I love the atmosphere. I love the feel. I plan on majoring in chemical engineering, and I guess hopefully being an engineer one day. My mentor is Mr. Eaton, and he's just such a cool guy. Like, he really is. Like, he's just always there. He's always helping out. He's a great teacher. He's a great friend. He's always funny. Always making class fun. Always willing to help. Always willing to stay after school to help me out, or just go the extra mile to see his students succeed. I'd also like to thank my dad for coming, and my sister. And I'd also like to thank Sidewalks all these years for keeping me off the streets. Thank you.
Okay, next we have David Reimer. David will be attending Miami University this fall.
Yeah, as they said, I plan on attending Miami just because I really like the campus and they've got a good engineering program, like Zach said. And so I plan on majoring in chemical engineering. I'm also thinking about minoring in Spanish. And I'm not sure where exactly I want to go with this, but I guess I hopefully will have a lot of options once I get to that point. And my educational mentor isn't here, but I feel like if he was, you would all know it because he's just one of those people. And he was my instructor and leader of the first tee of Greater Miami Valley, which is like a golf program, but they also teach like character. So I just felt like he was always really important in my education other than just learning that we get at the high school. And I would also like to thank my parents for being here and my guitar teacher, Dave, who has also been important to my success, I feel, even though, again, not really necessarily a teacher, but still kind of like a teacher of life. Thank you.
And I would like to introduce Austin Lauer. Austin will be attending Alabama.
My name is Austin Lauer, and as I said, I'm attending the University of Alabama. Roll Tide. And the reason I'm going there is because it's a beautiful campus. The people are so nice, so sweet, and they offered me a presidential scholarship, which is a plus. I plan on majoring in chemical engineering. And I've always loved chemistry. I've never really been fantastic at it. But, like, with the help of Miss Jewett, like, she's kind of helped me through it, and I feel like I might be able to get it done. My educational mentor is Ryan Barter. He is my AP Calculus teacher, and he was also my academic quiz team coach for the past 2 years. And why I picked Mr. Barter is because he really made class and quiz team and everything fun, because if you messed up at all, you'd hear about it in some sort of witty joke in a little bit. I mean, it was always funny, and it was always nice. The people who are here with me today is my mom, Emma Lauer, my aunt, Cheryl Griesinger, my uncle, Joe Copus, who, as I was sitting over there, I realized I have a sense of humor a lot alike, my Aunt Joni, my Uncle Butch, and my Aunt Sandy. Thank you.
Next, I would like to introduce Chase Engel, who'll be attending Miami University this fall.
Hello, my name is Chase Engel. I'll be attending Miami University in the fall with the intent of majoring in journalism and professional writing. What I hope to do with this, I want to major in journalism because I like to be maybe in networking, maybe go into broadcasting, any way I can write or do and entertain, inform the public in any way, in any sort of form. I chose this major because I just like to inform people, I like to help them out, I like to make them laugh, I like to make them feel something, and I think that with this sort of major, I think I'll be able to do that. I chose Miami because of its great undergraduate teaching, one of the best ranked in the country, and I can't wait to work with the professors they have there. My educational mentor today is Mr. J.D. Simpson. He hasn't taught me, the way that other teachers have done in sort of conventional ways. Instead of building blocks upon my foundation of education, he instead gave me a paintbrush and an easel and said, make it your own. And I have. And I cannot express how much gratitude I have towards that. So thank you for letting me express myself creatively in such a unique manner. He's my guest along today with my blah, blah, blah. Okay, along with my parents, Mr. and Mrs. Mark Engel and Kelly Engel. I got my grandmother there and my grandfather. And just thank you all, and tip your waitresses.
I'm so glad it worked out for me to introduce the next young lady, Georgia Kinch, because Georgia will be attending The Ohio State University. Go Bucks.
So like she said, I will be attending The Ohio State University, and I chose that school because my two sisters are students there. And through visiting them, I've just grown to love the campus. I'm currently undecided, but I plan to major in business administration, and my career goal is to become the CEO or president of a company. And the educational mentor that I asked to be here today is Mr. Nickel, because he has taught me skills that I think will prove to be useful to me not only in college but in life. Because all of the classes that I've taken up until the class that I took that he taught, they all said that they were going to be rigorous and you had to keep up on your work, and his was the first one that actually delivered. His AP European History class was a lot of notes, and you had to keep up in order to be successful. So he taught me how to manage my time and stay on top of my schoolwork, and so I'm really thankful to him for that. And I have with me here my grandmother, Peg, my father, Greg, my Sinclair sister, and my Aunt Emily. Thank you.
All right, now that we've heard from all the students, we have one more person to hear from, which is Mrs. Chelsea Rose. She's going to close us with a couple closing remarks.
May is always a very exciting month for us around here. The year's winding down, summer's coming, and we get the opportunity to slow down and have a few great events such as this one and truly celebrate the amazing accomplishments of our senior class. The class of 2014 has been awarded at this point over $3.5 million in scholarships, and just about $1 million of that was received by the 10 students in this room. This in itself speaks to the incredible work ethic, determination, and passion for education that lies within each of you. We're so proud of all of you and know that when you leave these doors, you will never go without support. The educator mentors who are sitting with you have impacted your life and will continue to be there for you. It's what we do as educators. I'd like to take a minute and have all of the educator mentors please stand and be recognized for the inspiration you've become to students. On the tables where you're seated, students, the framed poems are a gift for you to take with you as a reminder that wherever you fly, you'll be the best of the best, and wherever you go, you will top all the rest. Lastly, we would like to thank Emma Lauer for the centerpiece flags, Allen's Market for catering our lunch today, and the Hamilton High School Student Council for sponsoring the event. Lastly, Jessica Neal for pulling all the pieces together and making today's celebration just beautiful. I'd also like to note that TV Hamilton will be airing the ceremony on Wednesday evening at 8 p.m., so set your DVRs, or you can catch it on YouTube where it will be uploaded the following Thursday. Students from Hamilton High School, we wish you all the best of luck in everything that you pursue. We're looking forward to hearing about the incredible adults that you'll become and the success that life brings you. Thank you so much for being here today. A couple seated, a couple in the back.
I think you brought up our...
I was thinking the first four here.